So, good afternoon. Finally, I've got this going live. It has taken me, 8 minutes to get live. I don't know what's going on today. It just kept spinning. So, I don't know. Need to have words with StreamYard because this happens way too often. But big up to everyone who did wait around in the chat. Do appreciate that as always. And make sure you have fired up the likes. Big up my boy Lee Chappie. Man's on the channel at 9 p.m. tonight. Make sure you check his channel out. He'll be here at 9. We'll be having a little chat for half an hour and seeing how happy he is that his team are not a banter club like our team. But it is what it is. We'll see at 9 o'clock. Big up to you, my guy. But we are linked to Odegaard. And it's amazing, isn't it? As soon as we're linked to a player, they're amazing. They're the best player in the world. HOTMIC, second coming of Leo Messi in the summer. Not heard anyone speak about him in January. Kind of mad, really. I don't understand what's happened. It's obvious he wanted to leave. He still wants to leave HOTMIC. So I'm not sure why no one's talking about HOTMIC. Bit weird. Obviously not flavour of the month. Then we went on to Julian Brandt, another one. That one seems to have dried up. That's just been disappeared now. It's gone. It's not flavour of the week. Then we went on to Buendia. Every tweet, Buendia, 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 Buendia. Yeah, that one's now dried up. Now the latest one, the latest one is Odegaard at Real Madrid, which also is going to dry up real soon because man's about to sign on loan for Real Sociedad again, by the looks of it. And it makes me wonder, like, where these stories actually come from, because, you know, when you look at it, you just see, like, these stories get put out there. Obviously, it's quite clear. Oh, Schlobberschlei was another one, Schlobberschlei. And we could have, should have, and didn't get him. He would have been the best one out of the lot of them, if I'm honest. It does make me wonder who puts these stories out there. Is it the club? I'd actually go with that. I do think it is the club. I think the club put out stories, put them out into the media circles, give somebody a little extra. Oh, look, Arsenal are going after him, just to get the feel, just to get the general consensus of the fan base over the social platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Insta, Twitter, etc., etc. And they get the general consensus. Now, listen, it's kind of funny because, like I said, I must have dropped about 10 videos in the summer with HOTMIC's name in the title, because all we were hearing was Awa. I got bored of listening to him. I got bored of doing videos on him in the end. And I got to the point where I just didn't flipping want him. Like, I was just like, I'm just bored of hearing your name now, mate. I don't want you. Because unfortunately our fans take the joy out of a lot of things. And that's one of them, transfers. You know, they go way overboard over any single player that gets linked to us. Now, listen, this Odegaard is a very good footballer. And he done bits last season at Real Sociedad. And he's done bits in the Eredivisie over in Holland. But I think he made Team of the Year. And I think he was the only player from PSV and Ajax that did make Team of the Year. So, listen, he's obviously got something about him. He's obviously a very good footballer. But this season, he's struggled massively to get into Madrid's team. I think he's only played 7 games. I know he had a calf injury early in the season. Missed pretty much, I think he missed every single Champions League game due to that calf injury. But he's been benched for half a season as well. He's played 7 league games this season, not been fantastic, and wants to leave on loan. Now, apparently, we were in for him. Sevilla, Real Sociedad, Real Betis. There's been a whole host of Spanish clubs queuing up to get this guy. Now, the one thing I say about signing players, and I said this on the stream yesterday, I think it was, that when you sign a player from a league like France, Spain, Germany, you have to be real careful about these players, because the quality of their league, albeit our league's dead at the moment, is just everyone's beating everyone. But the pace and intensity of the Premier League is above anything. You've only got to have a look at Kai Havertz and Timo Werner to say, yo, these two were right up here and now they're right down here real quick. And why is that? It's because the league's too quick for them at the moment. They're trying to adapt to the pace of the game. They're trying to get used to their new teammates and stuff like that. And that is the problem you have when you sign a player from abroad. And this is why I would take this guy on a full-term deal, a long-term permanent deal. There's no way I want this lad on a 4-month loan deal, which is what it'd be, because by the time he would have signed for Arsenal, it'd be the end of January and he'd be going back in May. What's the point? It smacks of Denis Suarez all over again. You know, Zidane doesn't particularly rate him by the looks of it, hence why he doesn't play him. And listen, it's a results business. Real Madrid got knocked out the cup by a third division team last night. And Zidane, for as many titles and trophies and Champions Leagues as he's won, his job will be on the line if it carries on. Because, listen, you can't be having Atletico Madrid set top of the league when you're Real Madrid. And that's how their fans' attitude is. Now, just coming back to this player, albeit he was great in Holland, albeit he was great in La Liga last season, I think he bagged 8 goals in all comps, 7 or 8 goals in all comps, 10 assists. Listen, you've got to take that with a pinch of salt. And the reason I say that is not because he's not a good footballer, because he is. He is a very good footballer. But I think people get carried away with FIFA career mode and Football Manager. Just because they look good on there doesn't mean they're any good. You know, the geezer's half decent. Of course he is. But to go from playing at Real Sociedad to coming and playing in the Premier League, 2 massive different things. You know, Real Madrid are bigger than Arsenal. Of course they are. He can't get into Real Madrid's team. He barely gets in their team. The fact that Zidane doesn't particularly rate him and is prepared to let him go back out on loan, well, is this another Denis Ceballos then? What, we're getting another player from Madrid if he come? I don't think he is coming anyway. Like I said, I think he is about to go back to Sociedad on loan. But this is what I find hilarious, is that these stories get put out there, i.e. Houssem Aouar. We end up signing Thomas Partey, completely different position, completely different player. Then we get the Julian Brandt. Fabrizio Romano's openly said that he's spoken to Dortmund, and we haven't spoken to Dortmund at all. So who's put that story out there? But what it does is, oh, let's put that out there. We'll get the fans gassed and make out we're doing something. Then that one dries up and it's Emi Buendia. Well, where's that one gone now then? Because all the traction for the last 2 or 3 nights has been this Odegaard guy. And listen, the thing is, like, our fans are very snobby when it comes to footballers. Like, and I understand it. They want to see all these techie footballers and stuff like that. I get that. But at the same time, you know, there's other players out there. And I'd rather a player that's actually played in the league, that is playing in the league now, to come to Arsenal if we're going to go for a number 10 type position. Because if we do need somebody in that position, which I personally don't think we do, here we go. Fabrizio's tweeted 50 seconds ago. Martin Odegaard is tempted by Arsenal's loan bid. He's going to decide together with his family. Real Sociedad are in advanced talks with him for about a week, leading the race over Ajax. It's always been Martin's priority by months. AFC offer led him to take hours and days of reflection. There you go. So in the next couple of days, he will decide whether he's coming to us or Real Sociedad. Now, this is the thing. Like I said, if he comes on loan, he could potentially just walk straight in the team and go and do bits like Aubameyang did. He could also come in and be Denis Suarez, couldn't he? You know, and playing in that central midfield role. Are you going to, you know, that attacking midfield role? Are you actually getting in over Smith Rowe right now? Probably not. Let's be real with it. He ain't getting in over Smith Rowe right now. Smith Rowe's smashing it at the minute and dictating games at the minute as well. Barring one game the other night where I thought he was poor against Palace, he's been absolutely superb since he's come into the team. He's got pace, he's got power, he can run at you, he can dribble, he can score, he can pass. You know, he works hard, he tracks back. You know, this lad Odegaard, as good as he is, I don't see him knocking Smith Rowe out the team. So what are you coming for? To sit on the bench for 4 months to then go back? I don't get it. I don't get it. Listen, like I said, if we were going to sign him permanently. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be signing this guy on a little 4-month loan deal in the hope that he can elevate us up the table, which is then going to knock Smith Rowe out the team. I don't see it, mate. I don't get it. And if he does knock Smith Rowe out the team, what would that do for Smith Rowe's confidence? You know, it just, for me, it just smacks of just doing something just to appease the fans again. I've said this as well before. I don't particularly think we need an attacking midfielder. Everyone has this fetish about a number 10. I don't particularly think we need one. Smith Rowe can play there. Saka can play there. Pepe can play there. Martinelli can probably play there. That guy's class. He can play anywhere. So I personally think we need somebody to sit next to Thomas Partey. For me, that's more important. A left back to cover Tierney, I don't necessarily think we need, but I wouldn't be too pissed off if we went and got one, because I know Saka can play left back. But I do think perhaps that's a position. A goalkeeper, definitely. Apparently, we're looking at Matt Ryan from Brighton. Yes, let's sell our best goalkeeper to Villa, get a goalkeeper in for £1 million, get rid of Matt Macy, get rid of the goalkeeper we brought in, and then go and get Matt Ryan. And you want me to trust this process, yeah? Good one. Good one. Big up to my boy Stephen. Watching you from hospital, I'm having 3 infusions in one day. Woo! Being pumped into me so I can say I'm pumped up for the Southampton game. Big up to you, my guy. I know you go through mad dramas every day. Make sure you subscribe to Stephen's channel as well, if you're not already. Odegaard is a baller. Yeah, Odegaard is a very good footballer. He is a very good footballer, but I've seen very good footballers before and come to the Premier League and not do it. So, you know, let's just slow down a little bit is what I'd say. If we get him, fantastic, great, because he is a good player. But if it's on a 4-month loan deal, I don't really see the point. I genuinely don't. And I said this about Isco the other week. You know, when we were linked to Isco, I was like, yeah, I love Isco, man. He is an absolute baller. That boy breaks ankles for fun. But again, it was a 4-month loan deal. What's the point? What is the point? He's a better backup than Joe Willock. He ain't a better backup than Saka, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I like him. I think he's a good player. But at the same time, I just feel like we could do with a partner for Thomas Partey more than we could do with an attacking midfielder. You know, like I said, Arsenal seem to have this fetish about having a number 10. We don't need a number 10. There you go. My man agrees. Big up Ridwan. We don't need a number 10. We actually need a hard-working midfielder and a good crosser at right back. Cedric proved how poor Hector's been. Don't understand the hype around him. Bro, this kid's a good kid. He's a good player. He's still young. He's only 22. But at the same time, he probably moved to Real Madrid too soon. That's probably what happened. He probably moved there way too early. And the fact he ain't getting in their team tells me that firstly, Zidane don't rate him. Secondly, he puts other players like Isco above him. You know, and the fact that Ajax and Sociedad, Sevilla, you know, and Arsenal are in for him shows that he's got something, because they're 4 decent teams, you know, 4 big teams as well. You know, Real Sociedad are not some tiny little tin pot club. They're a half decent sized football club in Spain. So, you know, there are decent teams in for him. But like I said, it's a new league. If he comes here, it's a new league. It'd have to take time to adapt unless he just hits the ground running. Which, let's be real, a lot of these players that are in a midfield position don't. Kai Havertz is proof there. We see with Denis Suarez. We've seen with Dani Ceballos. So inconsistent. One week he looks great. The next week he's bang average. So for me, I'd rather go with a hard-working centre mid next to Thomas Partey than a number 10. But for some reason, since Ozil joined this football club, everyone has this fetish about number 10s. I don't get it. We don't need a number 10. But there we go. It is what it is. And I'm going to get some of your thoughts on it in a second. Do smash the like up if you haven't. Big up to everyone watching on Twitch as well. And yeah, we continue on. Somebody said Isco sits on the bench. Isco's played 11 league games this season, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get it. I don't get it, bruv. Isco's a baller, bruv. Isco's actually played 13 games. I've just looked. 13 games. So he's played double the amount of games, albeit that most of them have been off the bench. But he has still taken part in double the amount of games to my man. So either way, if we're going to sign this lad, then cool. I'm kind of happy because he's a decent player. But at the same time, it just smacks of cheap and cheerful again. Let's just get somebody for 4 months on a loan, like just to appease the fans. And we've been there, done that with Denis Suarez. We've been there, done that with a goalkeeper in the summer that we're now looking to loan out. Yeah, when we start as a fan base demanding more of the football club, we might get more. when we're sitting there all over socials, jizzing about some guy that we've barely ever seen play football. Let's be real here, because unless you've got a split screen with 5 different football leagues going on simultaneously, how the fuck are you watching all of these players? How are you watching Houssem Aouar kick off a game when Julian Brandt's kicking off a game at the same time and Odegaard's in a game at the same time? How are you doing that? And Buendia's in a game at the same time whilst watching a Premier League game on at the same time. How are you doing that? These people chat bare breeze, bruv. Breeze FC. So yeah, when it's fashionable to go down the route of liking a footballer that you've never seen, that's what people do. And when bigger accounts put it out there, and when the media start putting it out there based off of the football club putting it out there, and as soon as the generic accounts get hold of it, that just copy and paste each other's tweets because that's how they do it, and good luck to them. But as soon as the bigger accounts pull it out there, people go, oh yeah, he's brilliant. He's going to be top 5 number 10s in the world in the next 5 years. Reality check, he probably ain't. He probably ain't. Yeah, how many super kids have wonder kids? Everyone was telling me about this Vinicius Jr. was going to be fucking the next Ronaldo. I told you all, he's bang average. Yeah, he's a kick and run merchant. Yes, he can dribble. Whoopee. What's your output saying? Not a lot. Not a lot. There's so many of these players, and this Odegaard's 22, so still relatively young. Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is a good deal for us on a 4-month loan. It's mad. Yes, it won't be very expensive, of course, but that's Arsenal in a nutshell, isn't it? We don't want to go and spend money. We would just want to do the cheap and cheerful, just to appease fans. Lee, Odegaard can play CM similar to Aouar and Ceballos. He can play with Partey and Smith Rowe, Cam, Bin Xhaka, the Beyblade. Bro, this is the problem with him, though. If you actually look at Odegaard, right, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've watched him every week because I ain't. Yeah, I've seen him play maybe 4 or 5 times max. But I said this about Dani Ceballos when we signed Dani Ceballos. The geezer's not going to cut it in this league. And the reason I don't think he'll cut it in this league, I hope I'm wrong, because like I said, I do rate him. I do think he's a good footballer. He's a good young talent. But I've seen good young talents come to this league and flop. I've seen proper finished article talents come to this league and flop, especially in them CM positions and them CAM positions, because the reason is they're not physical enough to do it. And I said this with Dani Ceballos, and I had all the hipsters and all the ones that reckon they know about every player in every league because they play Football Manager and career mode tell me I don't know what I'm talking about with Dani Ceballos. Well, Dani Ceballos has proved me right so far. Yeah, bang average, can't cut it in the Premier League. This fella, I think, is levels above Dani Ceballos, technically, miles better. And there's an overall, like I said, levels above. But again, the physicality side of it, when you're playing in midfield in this league, yeah, we see the other night, who was it? Mikel Antonio just bodied some geezer back to wherever he was from, bruv. Like, it was mad. Yeah, when that guy's running at you, and bang. And when you get that in the Premier League constantly, it's play on. In Spain, he would get free kick for that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is the difference. And this is why a lot of these technical footballers that haven't come from this league don't cut it in this league because they're used to getting touched or somebody breathing on the back of their neck and they drop like Katie Price's knickers, bruv. You know, and they get a free kick for that. In this league, it's get up, mate. That ain't a foul. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope he comes in and smashes it if he comes in. I'm not holding my breath, mate. I really ain't. Yeah, he's a good baller in a decent team for Sociedad. There's a reason he's not getting games for Real Madrid, mate. That's all I'm saying. Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Partey is a City-type midfield. Yeah, difference is City have a proper manager. In fact, it depends, really. Because, you know, your Partey would be Fernandinho, I take it, yeah? Odegaard's nowhere near Kevin De Bruyne, and neither Smith Rowe. I know we call him the Croydon De Bruyne, but bruv, he ain't De Bruyne, bruv. And neither Odegaard is nowhere near physical enough for this league, bruv. But we shall see. We shall see. Like I said, I did say this about Dani Ceballos, and I was proved right. Hopefully, this time I'll be proved wrong. Let's continue. Big up the Rat Army in the building. Big up to everyone watching on Twitch. If you haven't subscribed, to my Twitch. It's free if you do it off Amazon Prime. Let's see how many people are subscribed. Let's have a little butchers. Do smash the likes up while we're doing this. 16 of you. Big up to yourselves. We're on 590 followers on that as well, which is pretty good. Thank you. And the 19 people, excuse me, watching right now. So thank you very much. Always appreciate it, man. Mad love from you lot. And mad love. I have got plenty more content coming up as well. Smith Rowe needs a backup. Yep, his backup Saka, bruv. His backup Saka for me, because Saka can play number 10 quite comfortably. And this is what I'm saying, like, no, Arsenal just do the bare minimum every transfer window and our fans just lap it up. And I've seen tweets out there today, people saying it's an 11 out of 10 window if we get Odegaard. Like, are you mad? Like, 11 out of 10. If our goalkeeper gets injured, we're done. Yeah? If our left back gets injured, we're playing Saka at left back. Okay. If we lose Saka, then we're pretty buggered because he can cover 2 or 3 positions. So, yeah, I suppose on that basis, Smith Rowe might need a backup. But at the same time, Martinelli can play there. Pepe can play there. You know, I just look at it and I think more important situation for me would be a goalkeeper and a CM. Why not just phone Brighton up and say we're having Basuma, bruv? Put him next to Thomas Partey with Smith Rowe in front of that. Job done for me. You know, then go again in the summer and go and get Grealish. Fuck it, man. You know, people seem to think that my expectations and my standards are too high. I ain't dropping them for anyone. Yeah, I ain't dropping them for anyone. If people want to sit there and lower their standards to Runnison in goal because he's a cheap option and Rob Holding because it protects his value, then sorry, that ain't for me. Yeah, each to their own and all that, but that ain't for me. I'm more interested in having the best players at this football club we can get. And for me, that has to be Basuma next to Partey right now and go and get Grealish. But everyone will sit there and jizz off about Buendia and a loan deal for Odegaard and all of this. You know, I remember when everyone was getting gassed about Denis Suarez. Well, that went well, didn't it? Big up my boy. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Zidane is like Tapas Pulis, bruv. There's a difference between the two of them. Yeah, one of them's a winner and won everything, and as a player and a manager, and one of them is pretending he's Pep Guardiola, thinking he's a chap. It's not the one. I fully missed a super chat as well. I'm coming back to that. Lee Odegaard can play CM similar to a Warren Ceballos can play with Partey. I think I've read that. I think I did read that. Let me just double check. But yes, I will be back again at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a press conference reaction at 5 o'clock. So make sure you come and check that out. And then I've got Lee Chappie on at 9 o'clock. We're going to have a little half-hour chinwag. And yeah, man, should be good. Should be good. No, I didn't miss it. I see. There you go. I know what I'm doing. Experienced streamer and all them ones. Slap the likes up if you haven't. Let's rifle through some more of your comments for a few minutes. Yeah, Neftali's moving mad, bruv. He's moving mad. Let's protect Lee's value. Oh, dear. Your Arsenal Football Club, your expectations should be high. You should have the money to buy Grealish and do it. Thank you. How can we not attract an Aston Villa footballer, bruv? I'm sorry. Nobody can tell me. Nah, not having it, bruv. Where was the comment I see about David Silva? David Silva had a proper team around him, bruv. If you think that this guy is going to come in and be David Silva, boy, good luck, man. I admire your optimism. Oh dear. A half-fit Jamie Vardy retired Thiago Silva. I can't lie, Thiago Silva looked dead out here the other day, bruv. Dead out. He didn't look good. Here we go. Thank you very much, my boy. Don't understand the hype around Vinicius. Rodrigo rarely gets the hype, but his levels above. I watch Madrid frequently. Big up. Exactly, bruv. It's just, do you know what it is, right? These young football fans of today, they all play Football Manager. They all play FIFA Career Mode. They all sit on social medias, whether it be Facebook, Insta, here, Twitter, wherever, and they all think they're football experts. Yeah, I don't claim to be a football expert. I don't rate the geezer because I've got eyes and I can see his output shit. Yes, he might run quick. If you listen to these so-called experts on social medias, a year ago they were valuing fucking Adama Traore at 80 million quid, telling me I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. Go and look at the fan cam I did. It says juiced up Iwobi in the title. Go and read all the comments. Yeah, look at this dick. He don't know what he's talking about. If you actually watch the fan cam, I mentioned that his output's crap. He's got no technical ability. He's a kick and run merchant. He barely scores any goals, but because he can run quick and he's got a funky barnet and he scored against Man City twice, our fans have knocked one out. Same with St. Maximin. We had Kendall on the other day. I asked her about St. Maximin. She said his output's crap. But our fans, oh, he can run fast. Yeah. So, yeah, if I look, this is why I don't listen to the majority of what people say, mate. I form my own opinions. Like, at the end of the day, Adama Traore has scored 1 goal in the last 12 months. Like, and people want to tell me this guy's a great footballer and he's worth 80 million quid. You lot are mad. You lot are absolutely mad. But it is what it is. Villa are higher up in the table. That's why he won't come to you lot. Oh, God. Yeah, we're a bit of a shambles. I can't lie, my guy. I'm a Man United supporter, but I have Arsenal friends who try and make their excuses for the team's failure this season by saying that they don't have racists and players who commit assault. Bruv, Arsenal fans are the most embarrassing fan base on the planet as a whole. It's kind of worrying, mate. It's kind of worrying the levels that these people go to justify anything this club does. You know, if Arteta wants a player, oh, he must be good. I remember in the summer people sitting here, and thank you for your generous donation as well, Alex. Appreciate that, man. I remember sitting here, yeah, in the summer when we signed Ronison and seeing people say, "Oh, but we had to sell Martinez to fund Houssem Aouar." Where's Aouar then? Oh, but it was to fund Thomas Partey in the end. So we just had to get a backup. It was good business. Yeah, that much good business that we could have sold Maitland-Niles for the same money to Wolves. Instead, we sit him on the bench every week. Oh, but Martinez wanted to go because he wanted to be number 1. Yeah, we can now see every week when he plays, he was our best keeper. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. And now we're getting rid of the goalkeeper we bought in for him. Trust the process. Trust the process, because there ain't no process, mate. Just wing it and hope for the best. I see you, Sophie. I see you. Good. Let them all cry. Let everyone cry. Yeah, it's mad. I just say what I say, and so many people get rattled. Maybe we should put that on a t-shirt as well. The t-shirts are coming soon as well. By the end of this month, hopefully, we'll have the mock-up and it'll be ready to order the Rat Army t-shirt. Best marketing idea ever. Thank you very much. Appreciated it. And yeah, man, we're going to wrap this up after 3 more comments. Is there anyone live that we like? Is there anyone live that we like right now? I know Rance was live just as I came live on here, but I think he was wrapping up. So let's have a little look, see if there's anyone live that we like right now. Oh, I'm live. I'm live. Let's have a little look. Nope. Matisse was live an hour or so ago. There's nobody live that I can see. Let's have a look. No, James is doing a watch along tonight. All right, Lau. All right, mate. So James is going live later. I can't see anyone else live. Claude will be live later. Nah. Can't see it. I didn't see it. So yeah, out of the ones that I subscribe to and like, there ain't nobody live. So yeah, do what you're doing, man. Big up to you, my guy. How would you deal with young academy players asking for high wages, such as 100k a week, without being held to ransom? Big up to you, Bargav. That's a good question as well. It depends who they are, mate. And I think you're referring to Balogun. So listen, with Balogun, I see again all these hipsters, yeah, that sit there rating off this Odegaard, for example, when he's never played in this Premier League. He's playing in a league that's not the greatest in the world, in a team that's not the greatest in the world, and he looked like the best player in the team. When we've had Balogun come into our team that's struggling and he's looked good, and then he's running his contract down, why not give that kid the money? Especially when there's 15 teams lining up for him. You know, that tells me that he's got saying. When you've got a different player, for example, I don't know, whoever it may be, let's say it's Aziz or somebody like that coming up. Yeah. Let's just say it's somebody like him. Then, you know, bro, it's a hard one because 100 grand a week in modern football is a massive amount of money still, but it's not mega money now. For somebody who's never kicked a ball enough, then it is mega money. But you have to take the risk and the reward. He's down to the last 6 months of his contract. If Miguel Aziz wants 100 grand a week, but he's still got a year left or 2 years left on his contract, sorry, mate, see you later. Balogun with 6 months left. You have to weigh up the risk and the reward with that and determine whether it is worth giving him 100 grand a week for 4 years or 5 years when you could potentially sell somebody like Eddie that'll cover his wages for that length of time. And would you put him in your team over Eddie? That's what you have to weigh up. Will he cost us money? No, because if we sell Eddie and play him instead, he covers his cost. So we've lost Eddie, but we've kept him. I'd do it. If it's somebody like Miguel Aziz, then sell him. Yeah, for now. If it gets down to a 6 month contract one again, it depends. You have to weigh it up, bruv. You have to weigh it up. Balogun's going to be lit, bruv. I'm telling you, that kid is a baller. And he deserves more than a chance to prove himself. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll be back again at 5 o'clock. Press conference reaction for Southampton. And yeah, man, back again at 9 o'clock after that. I am on Dammy's channel at 6:30 tonight as well. So make sure you come check that out. But I'll keep you posted later on that one. Man said shambolic business. Bro, me and you normally agree on pretty much everything, bro, yeah? But yeah, we don't agree on that one. We'll agree to disagree. All have a wonderful afternoon. I'll be back again at 5.